Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up on the black silver robber, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd word is Bible, feature Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No caps, so here's what's on tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with the man them. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch the snap back to fit the cat. So we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk.
Yo, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. What's going on? Knicks Real Talk. That's the pregame show. Divine Shop Howard being here to cut it up, man. Knicks in Philadelphia in the city of brotherly love tonight, man. It's going to go down there so we can get an L down, go to get a W and down in Philly. So it should be a good game tonight, man. We'll talk about all that good stuff. But first and foremost, let me bring my partner in the building, one who get the engine running, man. Knicks, Shop Howard, what's going on, my man? How you doing tonight?
Peace to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. We down in the city of brotherly love tonight. Knicks in Philadelphia 76ers at 7 o'clock at the Wells Fargo Center tonight. So we're going to go down there from a Knicks perspective and see if we can get a win tonight. And obviously Philly playing, not playing too good basketball right now with a lot of injuries going on with them. So should be one of them games where we should beat them on paper. But like I say, you never know what happens on any given night. But let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. We appreciate y'all in the building with us. What's going on? Nostalgic was good. Doug Fresh, good to see you. Brian, good to see you as well. Corey Lee, thank you for the super chat, my man. Corey Lee, blessing the panel with some currency, man. Thank you for the super chat, Corey Lee. Appreciate you, my brother. 718 Corey Lee is in the building. You know what it is. But yeah, Shop House, we got a game tonight, man, down in Philly. Got to go down there and try to get it popping tonight. After coming off that loss to Detroit the other night in the Garden, disappointing, as we would say, but it's just another game on the schedule. So we just got to go down there to Philly tonight and get these boys out there quickly. Like I said, Philadelphia got a really depleted roster. They top dogs is out, not playing tonight, so it should be one of them games where, we got to go down there and we should win the game. You know what I mean? And I think we go down there tonight and have a good game and win it and get out of there.
I thought we would win the game with them being there. And I mean, we play at certain teams that we just played better against. And I mean, we played better this year against Milwaukee. We played better against Philly this year. We played better against teams in the East. Some teams in the East better, and some teams we take losses to, or we don't fare as well as we did in prior years, like Detroit. And I mean, like Atlanta. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. I think tonight, with them or without them, you know what I mean, it's next man up for the New York Knicks. And whatever happens tonight, I think the Knicks is going to come out here to pull up a win.
Yeah, absolutely. There should be definitely one where we shouldn't have no issues with, regardless of who's there, who's not there, because that team is just not playing well this year. And I think we've been playing good all year except for the last stretch. So if you look at the numbers, Shop House, I think we beat Philly tonight and get on back to MSG. That's the one game out of the few plethora of home games that we have that's one on the road, and it's right down I-95 to Philly. So I think we should go down there tonight. Don't got a long play. We don't have to travel far, playing in, playing out, or drive in, drive out, whichever one the way the team do it. Get down to Philly at 7 o'clock, try to beat these guys and get on back up to New York and, get ready for our next game, because we got a good game coming in this week with Minnesota coming to New York. Julius Randle should be back in the building, I think, in the next couple of games. So I think we got to go down tonight and just make sure we win this one, because we got a tough schedule coming up. So I'm really looking forward to these guys trying to get a little rhythm before that schedule get even more tougher. It already started, but it gets tougher too as well. So tonight would be a good night to beat a team that we're supposed to beat. we're supposed to beat these guys tonight. I think we go down there tonight, and that's pending if we bring our A game or not. If we bring our A game, absolutely we should beat Philly tonight. If not, then it can go anyway. So, I'm really excited about the game. It's just another Knicks game on the schedule. I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get this win tonight, man. I think we go down there and just give it to them and get up out of there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it has to be, man. It looks like they got a depleted team tonight. They're resting a lot of their starters, and this should be a night that we go out there and try to do different things tonight. Run a couple of different offenses, run a couple of little different segues of defense and stuff, and control this game. This is not a game. This is every game that comes close to the Knicks is either win all the way or trap game. So this game is not a game that you take lightly. This team is not a team that you just think that you could walk over. Being down their 3 starters is a big hit to them. And this is a game that we should really dominate. But I'm just happy if we get a win tonight.
Yeah, that's real talk. I feel the same way. We just got to go out there and get a W. Right now, it's more important about a W, not how much you win or lose by, like Shop House, that we need the wins. But the good thing about tonight, man, not only that we got a chance to win tonight, it's a lot of good teams going. It's a lot of good games going on in the association tonight that benefits us from a ground perspective. Whether we're going to be able to gain ground on somebody or get further away from it, the team that's below us. You got the Bucks. You got the Bucks and Orlando Magic tonight. Big game down there. So no matter which one win that game, lose that game, rather it benefits us against them. And then obviously we win, the other team who win the game don't really catch up to us neither. So I think it's a lot of good games going on in association night because like the East is starting to get really tight. Because obviously with us losing a couple of games that we lost, we made it look even tighter. Because we only 2 games in the loss column away from some teams or 3 or whatever the case may be. So I think tonight we got to make sure we win the game, go down there and cross T's and dot I's, play for 48 minutes, do the Knick thing that Knick do to win basketball games. And I think if we do that tonight, I think we'll be looking pretty well, man. So I'm really excited about the game tonight, regardless of we just really need to go out and get a win and get a bitter taste out of our mouth shop house from the other day. Yeah,
that's pretty much what we have to do. Just get a win. The biggest thing is to get a win right now. Thank you, Brian. The biggest thing is just to get a win. It's not about how much we can outscore them tonight, how bad we can embarrass them and all this other stuff. It's about to get a win because we've been not so good in the month of January so far. So we just need to win to at least try to break January at least 500 or so. So and teams are starting to sneak up. We had a commanding lead. Now we still have somewhat of a lead, and we have to stay on top of winning basketball to keep these guys from nipping at our heels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Absolutely, it really is, man. But I'm confident tonight. It'll be one on game. Like I said, we're supposed to win it. We should win it. I don't see it being no different than that, man. But like I said, this team, Philly came out the gate expecting to really do some damage with Paul George and Maxey. They got a really good talent team on there. It's a shame that they are where they are, but they got a lot of good, savvy veterans down there. They got a lot of good, skilled players down there. Obviously, Paul George, an all-star, Maxey, an all-star, Joel Embiid, MVP, one is a superstar, basically. But, them guys had Kelly Oubre and them down there, the young guy who got hurt, the rookie man, McClain, who was playing some hell of a good ball for them. And they still got Eric Gordon, guys like that. So they got a good squad down there. Just unfortunately, Andre Drummond, all these dudes, you know what I mean? Philadelphia got a very talented roster, but they just right now they so injured. And like I said, you lose Embiid, then pretty much it's a wrap for them. You know what I mean? And they haven't had Embiid out of probably 40 games this year. They probably play 10, 15 maybe?
If that.
Yeah. So, obviously that's they wasn't expecting that at the beginning of the season, but I don't think Philly going to be able to recover. Never say never, but I don't think so. If they get to the play-in, they work to they find a way to get out of the play-in, then get to the regular season. Not to regular season, to the playoffs. They might make some noise, but other than that, man, right now, that's a disaster for them. So we just got to go down there tonight and let that be their problem, and we just worry about the Knicks' problems of getting off this 5 out of 7 losing skid we on. I think that the most biggest important thing tonight is to go down there and make sure we get off this losing skid, because that 500 winning and losing basketball, we don't want to play that the rest of the year. You know what I mean? We want to get back to being dominant a little bit and get another winning streak going and all that good stuff. The only way we're going to do that is we beat Philly tonight. Let it start here. Let it start tonight. And then we go into the next game, worry about the next game. But I'm hopefully we take advantage of their situation with them guys being injured. But like I said, injury and no injury, I had Knicks over Philly. I don't care how good the people think their roster is. At the beginning of the season, now even when I knew their roster would have well, I had the Knicks over them. And and through the course of the season, like I said, no fault of their own. Embiid been out, and Paul George not that much, but Maxey been out a couple of games. But they definitely been having some problems down there. So, but we'll leave that to Daryl Morey and them. We know what Leon Rose and them cats is doing in New York, and they trying to get us to a certain place. So we got to win tonight, man. Because like you said, it's trade and deadlines coming around the corner. A lot of noise out there about guys and everything like that, So we just got to make sure that we stay focused and the players stay focused and don't let the outside noise with the trade rumors and all that stuff start affecting the way they play basketball. Because sometimes that happens, But I think we got a bunch of high character guys who know the NBA. They've been here long enough not to let the distractions start bothering them. Maybe some of the young guys, possible. I can understand that, but these other guys, I think they know they're going to be here. And it's the other guy that got to worry about that, but hopefully you don't let it affect us on the basketball court because it can cause a problem every night.
Yeah, around this time every year, you worry about people getting traded and stuff like that. I don't believe anybody in the starting unit really has to worry about that. It's more so the guys in the second unit like Precious, maybe Payne, maybe Shamuth, maybe Mitch, those guys like that. Those guys are the ones that are sitting back right now, twiddling their fingers and biting their fingernails and stuff like that, wondering what's going to happen. If this could affect their where they're going to be after the trade deadline, after All-Star break. But with that being said, man, there's not many moves that I've looked at that could happen. There's a couple of moves. There is a couple of moves. There is some easy moves and some moves that could bring back a player that we always, everybody knows his name and stuff like that. But with that being said, I think the Knicks made this troop it on through, bring Mitchell Robinson back, because a healthy Mitchell Robinson, like we was talking last night, a healthy Mitchell Robinson back on this team defeats everybody else that we can bring in here to acquire to even compare to what Mitchell Robinson could give us in that second unit or back in our starting unit. So, it's something to think about. That's nothing that we really have to think about. We could talk about it, but we ain't making no decisions. That's all in the front office and Tom Thibodeau and Leon Rose and those guys, Brock Allen, those guys to figure out how the money's going to work, how it's going to work out, if we could get this trade done and give it to Leon and see if he can make his magic happen. So with that being said, tonight's game is just about beating Philly. That's it.
Yeah. We got to definitely beat them tonight, man. To get up in the get up in the win column. We really, like I said, we really playing mid basketball right now. From my perspective, that's why we do the game. But like I said, we coming off a good game against Milwaukee. Then we have a not so good game against. It wasn't a bad game against Detroit, but Detroit played good that night, and they just beat us. So then now tonight we got to respond, but we don't want to keep doing that. Win one, lose one. So we just got to find a way to get back in the groove, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long season. And you're going to go through the peaks and valleys and things of that nature. But it's all about how you respond and get back on track and get back to your winning ways. And I think we get back to our winning ways tonight because I just think that team is that decimated. And no Cat tonight from with Nostalgia. Nostalgia, appreciate you for putting that in there. No Cat tonight. That's good. I was hoping they rest Cat tonight. If you don't need to go, you don't go. We should have beat them without Cat tonight because they don't have their main guys tonight as well. So, it's just another one of the games, man. Yeah, you're right. Shot Powers. Just quick note. I think Nick Richards might have went to the Suns. I think Nick 100 GM say Richards got traded, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Nick Richards went to the Suns. So you can kill that trade talk from here on out. Thank you, AP. But salute to the chat and everybody. AP, Darren, Nick 100 GM, Nostalgic, salute to all you guys. Thank y'all for coming in. Brian Acosta, thank you for the super chat, and Corey Lee, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that. But yeah, man. So tonight it's no different. We just got to go down here in Philadelphia, win the game, and I think we go down there and play some Nick ball tonight. No one understanding that these guys are just not really where they need to be, and I think that says enough. That's a good look for them. AP. I tell you why. To have Nurkic is not a good defender, so to have a guy next to KD who's 7 foot who can block shot for Phoenix, that's a good look for them. I think that's a good pickup. That helps them much more than I heard. Because like I said, Nurkic is not that interior presence, And I think that's what the Suns is missing. And I think that was a good trade for them, and they got that off. I got to tell you, that's gonna help them out in the West. So yeah, he won't be a Knick. It is what it is. But but you can't wait for nobody. And I tell you something, I think if the Knicks really want him, they probably had a chance to pull a trigger. If the Suns had a chance to get him, I'm quite sure the Knicks would have had a chance to get him. So maybe they just didn't want him.
Right.
But if and I know, if, like I said, he got traded, so that means Charlotte was listening to trades. Now, whether the Knicks offer beat their offer, I don't know what the case may be. Not offer, I better say trade package, which is not that much. He's a $5 million player. Not, I don't know where they capped that and everything from the cap perspective. I think they worked out well. So salute to them, man. They needed that guy out there. And that helped move the needle for them. Devin Booker and the KD and them guys. They got a good squad down there, but they don't got no bench help. So him coming aboard is going to help them out real well. So like I said, the trading deadline going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's the pregame show and everything like that, but just to piggyback off that stuff right there, that's how the season's going to go. You know what I mean? And I think these guys will do what they need to do, whatever they feel they need to do. One thing about Leon Rose, he will do it. One thing about Leon Rose, if he feel he need to do it, he will do it. But I think he do it strategically and wisely, and he made sure that you just not get somebody because the name sound good. I think when he moved, he moved for whatever it takes him and Tom Thibodeau feel whatever they need to make the team better. That's how them guys been moving since they've been here. So and ever since they've been here, they got better. Now he went from this now to that. So all the moves they've been making, shot powered over the last 3 or 4 years, they've been the good moves. You know what I mean? Because every year we've been in the playoffs except for one. And that year wasn't a good move to me when you brought in Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier that year. So, but I think they've been making a lot of good moves. And I think they continue to make the right moves. So if something come available at a trading deadline, and I think they'll react on it one way or the other. Or not, they're going to roll what they roll, and they feel they optimistic feeling that Mitchell Robinson will be back and help them out.
Yeah, that's the big question right now. What they're going to think about Mitchell Robinson. And, like we talked about it last night, man. Now that Nick Richards is off the table, now that means Precious got a better home stain now. You know what I mean? Precious may not be on the block, or maybe there may be another trade that they might want to include Precious. But the big trade thing was Richards for Precious, or Mitchell Robinson for Precious and Cody Martin. So that deal is done with the Hornets now. So now we're safely renegotiating some new things with Precious or Mitchell Robinson now. So I'm more on the lines right now of stay packed. Let's see what if Mitchell Robinson can come in and play 39 games for the rest of the preseason or something like that. I mean, for the rest of the season, I could get along with that. 39 games plus all 16 of the but 16, at least 16 in the playoffs without being hurt. That changes the whole perspective of this team, man. So it is something to talk about. You know what I mean? And it is trade season, so we will probably have some. The new thing now is the Valanciunas thing now. So it is what it is. I'm not opposed to Valanciunas, and but we have to give up Mitch, and we'll probably have to give up so much because the contracts don't really match that much. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he's a $10 million player. I think that's probably the most accurate one out of everything you hear out there, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why I say that, and I think I said it to y'all, when we played Washington, and we seen Leon Rose talking to Valanciunas on the sideline. I think it was after the game. It was Valanciunas. It was Leon Rose, and there was somebody else there. And they probably just asking questions. Or he might be tied to CAA. Who knows? But out of all the ones that I think that are trade rumors, I think that one had the most validity to it. And I think that's one that can happen. Out of all of them because of that right there. You just never know, man. So, but no matter what they do, that's a $9 million. I think who put it in there? I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, Nostalgia said $9 million, right? I think he got 3 years, like $30 million or something like that. So I mean, listen, even though you want to give up Mitch, but that to me, $6 million from just hypothetically, $6 million from Mature, $2 million for Jericho Sims. That's $8 million right there. You throw in another $1 million player, you could save Mitch for a short policy, or he wind up playing, and however the case may be, or if they go Mitch in the start lineup and move Josh Hart and Ballatunas back up Mitch. I don't see why that wouldn't work neither. But if they went after him, I wouldn't be bad, because he might not be a good shot blocking type of defender, but he rebounds the ball. He getting a damn near double right now on a team who's they'll know where they're going and all that. With so I don't have a problem with it. I think he helps. He don't make the Knicks worse. And he'll help them. If or depends who we give up. But anyway, man, that's out there, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to get that out there right quick, and then we get back to what we're doing in here, man. But for the game tonight, let's go out there and beat these boys, get it over with, get back up the turnpike, get up I-95, whatever, and get back to New York and get ready for the next game. Because the games come fast. And they come quick, fast, in a hurry. And next thing you know, before you know it, it's time to get another one, because the Knicks don't get too many days off this year. For after another game, they 29 games this year. After they played a game, the day after that they played another for the day in between. We had one day in between, the most 29 times. So that's a lot. Like soon you play somebody, you off one day, then you go the next day. And Knicks did that like that. They numbers right there is crazy with that. So we got to hope that we get out to get these guys out of here, and then to go do what we got to do. Because Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Friday night Knicks, we got Julius Randle coming to town. Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo will be back in MSG. So that's gonna be a Friday night Knicks thing, and then right after that, man, on the 3 days later, we got the Hawks at MSG. So the schedule doesn't get easier for the Knicks. So we got to make sure we go out there and try to play tonight and win the game without getting injured or whatever the case may be, and make sure we don't take these guys for granted, because we got a tough schedule coming up. But I like where we at. I think we can turn this thing around. I definitely know we should win tonight, and if we didn't, obviously I think Minnesota gonna be looking for revenge, because we crushed them in Minnesota the last time we played them. So they're gonna be looking for a revenge game from their perspective. But we pretty, and I think that team played a little better than they were playing when we played them, but still they had all their bodies there though. You know what I mean? So wasn't no excuse from that perspective. We just played them well that night, and Carl Towns came home and they had Rudy Gobert had nothing for him, and our other guys had it going. So we beat them pretty handily that game. But like I said, that's that game. That don't mean they can't come in the Garden on Friday night and tear us up neither. So so far so good against them. But that's going to be an important game on the Doctrine Friday, and then, like I said, we got the Hawks Monday. I apologize for that. I think that's MLK Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out here and get this thing popping tonight. Let me put up what's going on with the star line, the injury reports, and all that good stuff. Then we get back and talk about it. Real talk. Divine Shop Howard, Knicks Real Talk. It's a Knicks Philadelphia at the World Fargo Center tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down here and get that thing. We look at the stats and all that good stuff, and we talk about it real quick. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we got the Knicks in Philadelphia, like I said earlier, man, at the World Fargo Center. 7:00 game. That's why I'm in early like we are, because the 7:00 game. If you look at the team stats right quick, like I said, even without them guys, even their guys was there, this is where they at right now with the season. We 26 and 15, they 15 and 23. They're not far from getting back into the thing, but you got to think how many games we got them by then. They're like 12, 10 games or something like that. At least 8 in the loss column. Then you got you up 11 in the win column. So I doubt they even getting away at catching us this year, because I don't think we going that way. But we third in the association, they're 11th. We 13 and 8 away, and they 6 and 12 at home. We third in offensive rating in the league. They 25th. We 15th in defense. We slipping a little bit there. They 17th in defense. We 5th in the association overall in net rating, and they 23rd. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, no Embiid, and that's tough to deal with. He's one of the better players in the league at that position. So, but by them not having them majority of the whole season and all that good stuff with other injuries, they just not where they thought I thought they would be. I thought they would hit a stride a couple of weeks. I think it was last week. Shop I said, watch out for Philly, because they get a little 5-game winning streak. You never know. Next thing I know, they lost 2 in a row. So crush that idea. So that's their problem, not ours. But like our net rate still look good, ladies and gentlemen, despite all the losses and up and down, peaks and valleys we had the last 5, 6, 7 games. We still right there with a good net rate. And our offense stand tech. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's never about our offense. Only number I want to worry about is the defense number, because our offense been there all year. So we don't even have an offense problem in New York. But that defense, we definitely got to find a way to get back to getting it more solidified and all that good stuff. So hopefully that turns out between the night and the rest couple of games. Jalen Brunson 25 a game. Like I said, that and Cat keeps going up and down. Points per game for the team. Depending on who have a good night, that number gonna tick up by 1% to either Brunson or Cat. You know what I mean? That's just the way it's going right now. Last time we played them our team lead, Maxey and Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebounding numbers. Joel Embiid 7.9, Jalen Brunson 7.6 assists, and my man Tyrese Maxey 5.8 assists. Jalen Brunson, like I said, is up there right now for the last 5 games. We 2-3, ladies and gentlemen. We gave away some crazy games, but it is what it is. We lost that by 5, which should have been not even a loss to me because of a couple of turnovers here and there. Obviously, we demolished the Bucks, but then we lose to Detroit. You know what I mean? No, we lose to Oklahoma. We beat Toronto, and then we lose to Orlando the last 5 games. So hopefully we can get them games back pretty soon. They are 1-4 in the last 5 games. They just don't have it going right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say about them, but we ain't got it going like that ourselves neither. Last time we played them, OG had 24, Paul George 29, Town 13 rebound, Paul George 10, Josh Hart 10 assists, and Embiid had 5. We in the blue drip tonight down in Philadelphia. They in the white Philadelphia drip tonight. Starting projected lineup. I think Cat is not going to be in there. If I heard right from somebody in the chat. So let's say Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mikal, and Nobi. Normally Cat, ladies and gentlemen, I guess he's going to be on the injured list. For them guys, Tyrese Maxey, I don't think he might play tonight. Council, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Yabusele. I'm not sure all these guys are going to play tonight. We'll see. But if you look at the injury report for us, Jalen Brunson, game time decision. McCullough's still out. Mitchell's still out. Game time decision. Jericho Sims with the back spasms and all that stuff. And Carly Town with the thumb. I don't think he's playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And for these guys, forget about it. Andre Drummond out. Embiid out. George, game time decision. Kyle Lowry out. Caleb Martin out. They are just done over there, man. I left one out there. But like I said, they are done over there. And that's a shame that they had to go through that situation, shop house. But that's their problem, not ours. We got to go ahead and do it tonight and beat these boys, man, get up out of here. We will. So tough for them, you know, but we'll see, man. I don't think Towns play tonight. Now, if Jericho Sims ain't playing tonight, you might see a lot of Haka Purdy tonight. If Jericho Sims can't play because of back spasm, maybe trade speculation, they don't want to put him out there. Now, obviously, they got to be pressure to chew on Haka Purdy tonight for the Knicks, New York, ladies and gentlemen. So this would be a good time for Haka Purdy to get some good solid minutes. To get his foot wet and let him do some good things and let him make some mistakes. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. But next man up mentality been like that since Tiz been here. And we just got to find a way to claw it out tonight with Karl Anthony Towns. I'm excited for Haka Purdy tonight, though. Bring a little bit more energy. And then when the second unit come in, he'll be able to get down there with Deuce and Bride and them guys, Campaign and Shaman and them. We're gonna need everybody tonight, regardless of who they don't have there, because we missing Towns right now, and obviously our backup guy, Jericho Sims, hasn't been playing. So everybody on board. But the good thing about tonight, Mikal Bridges, born and raised in Philly, Villanova, he going home to smash them tonight, hopefully. You got Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, the Villanova Wildcat champions. From they used to that Philly vibe, so that's why I think we go down tonight and have some fun with that thing. Don't take the team lightly, because no matter who not playing, you still got a basketball team on the floor. And if you don't do your thing, tonight, then you know what, it might not go your way. But I think it will shop out, and it's gonna be one of the games that's easy to get tonight.
Yeah, Divine. I and Chet, I don't really know me outside of here. My mouth is lethal, but on here I try to be gentle. But like Divine always say, you come out with your A game, or you get your ass whipped. Straight like that. And if the Knicks come out and they don't come out with their A game, you know what could happen. You know what I mean? You know what could happen. The Knicks didn't have their A game. You know what I mean? The Knicks didn't have their A game against Detroit. Too many turnovers. See what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you, man. So we just got to be on our P's and Q's tonight. Play for 48 minutes, and like you said, bring your A game tonight. Regardless of who you play, you bring your A game. They were playing me and you and 3 other people. They better bring their A game. I might give it to them, though. And I got game a little bit at my age still. But yeah, man, you know what? We got to go out there and just play ball tonight, man. Have fun with it. Try to get this victory in Philadelphia without somebody getting injured. That's just the most important thing tonight, is to win the game and nobody get injured. And then you move on to the next one. And then after that, the next one. But we got to go out there and play tonight and get a pop. I'm excited about the game. I'm always excited about a Knicks game. I just want to see how they respond after, taking that loss. I always want to see how our team respond. That's what's important to me, because the reason why it's important to me is like when you're in the playoff, you play 7 games. So if you lose that first or second game, how do you respond? I always want to see how the Knicks respond after a loss, because when you get to the playoffs, you might not beat a team 4 in a row. So you might lose one of the playoff games. So how do you respond is important. It's a practice that I think that you should always look for your team to do. And right now, after we had a loss against Detroit, I want to see how our team respond tonight. So I want to see their energy, their focus, because these are things that when you're in a 7-game series you need. And them little character traits, anything like that, you got to make sure that you're on point with them. So, they've been pretty resilient, except for that 3-game losing streak, which, they didn't have them traits in them 3 games. You see what I mean? That tells me that, can you imagine if that was the playoffs? You might be down 2-0 right now, or whatever the case may be. So we just got to make sure we focus tonight and go out there and play for 48 minutes and all that good, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody. AP, Cotton Candy was good. So salute to you as well. Doug, Fresh, Nick 100, Patrick, Nick Yak was good. Nick, everybody, man. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. You already know, man. Nick's Field Talk. It's the pregame show. We do what we do, man. So let's hope these cats go out here and get it popping, because there's going to be some crazy weeks coming up. Not only schedule-wise, but noise-wise. Like I said, it's literally 15 more days from now. We be in the February month. This month went pretty fast. The basketball season going pretty fast. So we got to go out there and just keep winning games. Don't worry about anything. Let all the noise take care of the noise, take care of itself. But I want to see these guys go out there, because here's the thing. No matter what happened, they got NBA ball players out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I got a feeling they want, say if even if one of their stars play, say if Maxey and Paul George decide to play tonight, or so that means that they lose two of the best players is out, Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns. So that means Maxey and what's his name, Paul George. Like it got to be Brunson and McHale. You know what I mean? They're gonna be them 2 dogs that are really gonna go at it tonight against each other, because one of our big dogs out and their big dog is out. But like I said, if my man Maxey play and if Paul George play, then I'm expecting. We know Max and Brunson gonna do what they do, and I think my man. I would love to see McHale have a great game, because Paul George can do what he do. So at least that balance of having 2 big men out who preferably do what each other do. So we won't say that we had a disadvantage or they had a disadvantage. They big man is out, our big man is out. So if Paul George and Maxey do play tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't no walk in the park game. Because remember, we missing Towns too. So we just got to be ready to go and get it tonight, man. Them guys down there still go out there and don't take it for granted. You slip, you fall, man, pretty much. So don't be out there slipping tonight, man. Taking these cats for granted. And that you take an L, we don't want to see that shot power. So I'm hoping we go out there on game day tonight and get it popping, man, and get a victory and then get up out of there.
Yeah, the big thing is about playing as a team. You know what I mean? We've been talking about that for the last month also. And if they go out there and play as a team and do the things like they need to do, they will accomplish what they're looking for tonight, a win. And you go out there and you have butted. You don't play defense on a guy. You let him shoot 11 3-pointers and he hits 7 of them. You're gonna have a rude awakening for the end of the night. So you know what I mean. The defense is priority number 1 tonight. You know what I mean. And the step up from the bench would be a nice caveat to winning the game as well. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I thought we would beat them with Embiid and all of them there, because we played good against Philadelphia. I mean, even the adjustment of Paul George and stuff like that. Okay, but we still played them pretty well. You know what I mean? We played them pretty well last year. They didn't make too many big changes, Gordon and whatchamacallit. So it wasn't much of a change for them. So and we already beat them early in the season. And I believe Embiid played that game, right? Paul George played that game. I think, Paul George played. Maxey played. I think Maxey was out.
Yeah, it was Embiid played and Paul George, but I think Maxey was out.
Right. And Embiid had just came back or something like that. I think that was like one of his first games back or something like that. So it is what it is, man. Can't cry over spilled milk. Last year we didn't have all our guys was out and we still made 50 wins. This year we missed up until 21 games. We got one of our guys back, which is Precious. And between that, we had Payne and Deuce out a limited time. The second unit has not played. This would be, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th game that they played together. And I mean, this will be their 4th game of the season that Champagne, Deuce, and Precious play on the court. So, you know, I'm optimistic, and I think that this game is a game that they, you know, win and try to play some new style of basketball. And it's going to be a little different because they don't have Cat in there. So that means one of our other killer guys in the starting unit just got to step up. That's all.
That's what I'm thinking tonight. I think it's going to be good for Anunoby because, you know, he haven't been getting shooting the ball well lately. He might get more opportunity tonight because the Cat not there. Obviously, Mikal doing what Mikal did the other game. He seemed like he got into a rhythm. So, you know, but I'm really excited for Haka Purdy and all the guys. But real quick, before I go any further, first of all, let me say peace to Wacko in Brooklyn. Peace to the God, Allah Wives. What's good? What's good? Salute to you guys. Salute to Jal G, everybody, Patrick, everybody in chat. Salute to all your guys, man. But in APAP, I said the same thing the other night, man. Great minds think alike. I said they might be leaving all the guys out of OKC because they know they playing the Knicks the next day in the conference game. So I just want to let you know, the last night I thought about the same thing, AP. I'm like, man, these cat probably leaving them out for this reason because they know they got to play the Knicks today. And you know how I think the Knicks, the Knicks game to them is bigger than the OKC game because even though they probably knew they weren't going to beat OKC, first of all, second of all, this is a conference game, it's a division game, it's a get back game, all that. So them guys could probably say, you know, let's rest them last night and play on the day good when they peak. Like I said, great mind thinking. Like I thought about that last night, the past night, when I was up just observing the box scores in the league and stuff. But you know what, tonight, man, like I said, we can't take these guys for granted. You know, we got to go out there and play for 48 minutes, man. Like I said, even though they might be decimated, that don't mean they not an NBA team. And like I said, and it might not be because we might go out there tonight, our ball ain't shooting pretty. It might not be dropping. Let's hypothetically say our offense, for some reason, the 3-ball reverted back to the last 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 games. Then that means you might get them a chance to win. You know what I mean? Because that means your 3-ball ain't popping, and then that means your score gonna be tighter, and you just never know what happens if your defense ain't there. And lately, our defense have been playing as greatest basketball of the year. So if we would have a lapse in our offense tonight, you can't take this team for granted because if our defense ain't on point and our offense had a lapse tonight, yeah, I know what I say. On any given night, you can get your butt whipped. And I'm going to use the derogatory language. If you don't bring your A game, you will get your butt kicked, period. So, you know, they got to go out there and play it tonight, man. Let's get it popping, man. I think we go out there and do what we do, and we win that game tonight. But like I said, don't take it for granted. But, you know, from a number perspective, like Shaw Power said, even if they was there, I think we beat them guys, no matter what. I just think we got their number. And now it might be more even crazy now with Cat instead of there instead of Mr. Robinson because of the way he could do. Now we got somebody who could do what Embiid do. Get the shooter from outside, can score inside. Obviously, my man is a little bit more dominant from a post-up position. Embiid, he's a monster with that thing. But Cat, now we got somebody when we play him could give you the same numbers he get, we can give him. Yeah, that is awesome to me. Like if Joel can give you 30, Cat can give you 30. You know what I mean? If Joel give you 40, Cat can give you 42. So Cat had a 60-point game last year, something like that. So that's what make me really optimistic against Philly. You know, even when we played them with Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein with the center shot powers, you know, obviously Jalen Brunson had it going with it and Julius Randle had it going, but Julius Randle didn't even play last year against him in the playoffs. He was injured. You know what I mean? So I like what we got here, man. I think even them cats loaded, I think we can give it to them. I think they got a lot. I think they got a good team, but they got a lot of older players. Let me put it like that. They got a lot of older players on their team. That's a 30 and over age team almost. You know what I mean? Damn, all they got and everything. So, you know who knows? You know, we'll see how it goes. But tonight we got to go get it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's it, man. We just have to play some good basketball. Team basketball wins the game for us tonight. You know what I mean? Multiple assists from different players, multiple guys crashing the boards. They get rebounds to accompany what Towns would get, 15, 16 rebounds. So we need everybody to step up extra 2 rebounds tonight. And I mean, we need Jalen Brunson to get 6, 7 rebounds tonight. And I mean, and he can do it. He knows how he watches the ball and he knows how to rebound the basketball. We need guys to step up. And I mean, if Cat is going to be out, we need guys to produce tonight. And I mean, we got to somehow make up those 25 points. And I believe we can get in the starting unit, but not to put the whole pressure on. I think Josh Hart can get 15, 17 points tonight. I think OG could get 18, 21 points tonight. I think Mikal could get 22, 25 points tonight. I think those guys can get out there and get those numbers. I think that. But where we're really going to need the help is in the second unit. And I mean, the guys that we need to step up. We need a decent game for Precious tonight. 8-8. We need a 6-2 from Shamit tonight. We need another get Deuce back into his scoring and get him back. He dropped down from, I think it was almost 12 to like 9 now. So we got to get him back up to about 12 points. You know what I mean? Get him back 11, 12 points. Get him back up in his round. Payne has been pretty hot the last couple of games, and I hope he wants to get hot against Philly because that's the team that let him go last year. So I hope that he has another good game. I think the last game when Payne went crazy on Doc, he had beef with Doc. You know what I mean? So I hope that he goes in Philly and he wants to run amok in Philly tonight and get us another 11, 14 points or something like that tonight. That's where we win the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hey, so let me salute Fabian. Fabian just came in the building. Fabe was good, my man. Good to see you. Fabian in the building, Fabe FW in the building. I salute Fabe. Good to see you, homie. You know what? For me, man, it's just about like you said, take advantage of the opportunity, man. If don't cast it that's where we could beat them. Then I think it might be so important to do that, man. Queen Darlene was good. Sister, salute to you as well. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Y'all do that thing for us real quick, man.
Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Nick's Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Nick's Real Talk.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like, subscribe for your brothers, man. That button don't cost you nothing. You know how we do. But yeah, I think tonight we go out there and give it because, like I said, we got some good games on in the NBA tonight, which I think is going to be important that the Knicks go out there and play some ball tonight, man. And real quick, Chris was good, my man. Salute to you as well. Chop Howard, but real quick, man, I want to show you why it's important, you know, just from the NBA perspective, man. If you look at this thing right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I want the Knicks to win the game tonight. Let's look at the schedule tonight in the association. As you see right there, we got Knicks and Sixers. Obviously, the Celtics up against the Raptors up there in Toronto. Can't take them guys lightly. I mean, they beat somebody up there the other night, I think. But you got the Bucks and the Magic, ladies and gentlemen. It went either way. It's a big game for the Knicks, whether the Magic win or the Bucks win. That's why it's important to get that win tonight because look at the teams that's playing in the association against each other. That's all I want team to beat. And after that, Shop Howard, you got the Hawks down there over there in Chicago. Chicago got a good team. They beat us twice this year. So that's a game.
And they playing good basketball. Mm-hmm.
Right. They can't take that for granted. And then obviously another big game is the Lakers and the Heat. You know, and even though the Heat going through what they're going through with Jimmy Butler, they still right there though. They still right there. You know what I mean? So games like that, you know, that's why I like tonight. You want to see a game tonight when the Knicks can win that game because you never know what can happen up there in Toronto. You know what's going to happen between the Bucks and the Magic. One of them going to take that L. And like I said, that game, don't sleep on that game right there because if Zach LaVine and them cats get it going, and Boots having a good game. You know, bringing Trent Capella away from there, but you know, and you just never know how that thing may go. And I think it's important for us to go out there and play tonight and win that game because it only gets harder for us. And if you look at the standings right now, like the team that I mentioned, the Bulls is right there. The 18, they lost 2 in a row, but that might be where they want to win. The Hawks is 20-19, they won 1 in a row. You know, obviously the Pistons playing good ball. And the Heat right there. So the Heat take an L, they drop to 19. If the Hawks take an L, they drop to 20. I mean, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Between these two, if the Bucks win, then they move up in front of Orlando to the 4th spot. But look at what we got: 15 losses. That's why we got to get on that streak. Because at one time this was like 11 not too long ago, 10. You know what I mean? But now they jump up to 15. Right. So we got to find a way to get back to what we do. And a night like tonight in the NBA is why it's important that if we win our game, because because it's about positioning now. You know we're not at our best right now, so we don't want other teams going out there playing good and getting up to us. So we got to make sure we win that game tonight, and some of these guys take that L in them games tonight. Then I think we'd be okay because tomorrow is some big games as well. Look at Pistons and Pacers. You know what I mean? Cavaliers and Thunder. Cavaliers. That's why I'm so disappointed about the loser streak, Shop Hours. You know, because they now Cavaliers is over there in Oklahoma City tomorrow night. You know what I mean? And things like that is what you look for. So Friday, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we got to win. Look at this Friday schedule real quick. Magic at the Celtics. We got the Timberwolves, Bulls and Hornets, but Heat and Nuggets. You see what I'm saying? Our Bucks and Raptors. So we got to start just keep winning these games, man, because like I said, let these cats beat each other up. While they beating each other up, we just get back to our winning basketball. And next thing you know, our league get back to where we want to be with a little bit of cushion just in case we go through another losing streak like we did just recently. So it's important that we get back on our game right quick, try to gain some momentum, some separation. So if we hit another slump before the end of the year, which I hope this only be the one. I think it should be the only one. It should be that. Start off good.
This long, I think so.
Right. So I think it's important that we just make sure we win, man, and let these cats beat each other up. The next thing you know, that's how we maintain our position that we got. But I'm looking forward to the game tonight, man. I'm looking forward to Hocker Purdy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's called Next Man Up Nick Basketball. It's what it's about. And I'm looking for Hocker Purdy to back up my man, what's his name? Pressure Chua at the 5 tonight. Unless you start him. Unless you start Hocker Purdy. That's if Sims don't play. If Sims out with back spasm, but if Sims can play, then obviously he always be that guy who starts literally. That's interesting. As Tips always starts my man Jericho Sims when one of the centers is out. And so let's see how it goes tonight. It's gonna be interesting to find out which way he go about it. And either way he go about it, we just got to make sure we win. But I love to see some Hocker Purdy tonight, man. I think we can use him tonight, especially knowing that Cat not there. Just an extra body. So we'll see how it goes. East Blue Drew, salute. Darlene was good. Salute to you again as well. Allah Wide, Doug, Fred, Giles, G, Chris Rowe, the whole chat. That's where it's at. So to all you ladies and gents, thank y'all for coming in, man. But other than that, Shot Power, the season's starting to get around there, man. We starting to get over to that part of the season where everybody jockeying for position. The trading deadline is coming amongst us. We want to hear noise out there in Nick land, so that's going to be out there, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of speculation. Like I said, going to be a lot of unreliable sources out there making trades. Some of the sources that I hear, I'm like, they not even tapped into the Knicks. And so you can't really read too much into a lot of it unless it's Shams Karina, or you might Ian Bagley might have, he don't even know to the fullest, but he might be closer to the Knicks organization where he can get the information than a lot of these other dudes. But so you're gonna hear a lot of noise out there, but rightfully so. Our team is trying to get to a better place from a bench standpoint. So if it's gonna be something that's gonna pretty much help our bench, I don't think Knicks will do anything to alter that starting lineup unless Mitch start. But I think if we do any trading, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the both of the bench. We can guarantee you that. So we just got to keep an eye on that for the next 21 days, and we'll see where it takes us, man. And I'm hoping that the Knicks, no matter what they do, until we get to that time, Shop House win some games, my man, win some games, and make it happen.
Yeah, I mean that's what it really is. Babe, is you saying that Cat is definitely out and Sims is definitely starting? Babe, is that what you're saying? So I mean, this is the 40 games. This is the 40 games that we're talking about. You know what I mean? From the 30 game mark all the way down to the 70 game mark. Those 40, those in between games. Teams already played half a season now. You know what I mean? They're minting together. Their cohesion is coming. They're playing good and stuff like that. So with the Knicks, the same thing is happening. And I mean, we have some bumps and bruises, like we always talk about hills and valleys, and that happens in the season. Right now, we are 2 games better than we were last year at this time. So let that sink in. 2 games better than we were last year. We're still second in in scoring. We're still 3rd in the East. So we're still 5 net rating. We're a good team. And I mean, only played 41 games as a team, and everybody hasn't played 41 games. Precious ain't played 41 games. Shamif ain't played 41 games. Mitchell Robinson ain't played 41 games. Deuce Bride ain't played 41 games in the second unit. So let's hope that we can build back together. Remember, right around this time is when we went on our run last year, another 9-game winning streak. Remember that? Let's see if this team could do that tonight. Let's see if they can start from here and build from here at home. Even though this is not a home game, this is a home away from home game. This MSG South right here. This is going down to 9-5. This is MSG South. I mean, all them they're all South. So let's see what we could do tonight, man. I got confidence the Knicks going to go out there and really perform tonight. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel.
Yeah, they go play, man. Like I said, Tip, y'all got to remember, Tip do what he do. Listen, I have no problem with no matter who starts tonight, but the Sims is our backup guy, and he did a good. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not get it twisted. Gerald Sims did a good job for the Knicks this year at
In the beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year, Gerald Sims was playing some good basketball for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. I don't have no problem with Gerald Sims. Shit, I want him to stay in Knicks, but I understand that they got to move him, because if they don't move him, Haka Purdy would never be able to blossom. So I think they understand, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is his contract year. I don't think the Knicks got in their future giving Gerald Sims money, not because he's not a good player, but because of the cap restriction of what they're trying to do. But make no mistake about it, Gerald Sims have been playing good basketball for the Knicks this year, man. That's what's been his Achilles heel for his career, the injuries. You know what I mean? It was 1 year was the thumb or something, or last year was something else.
The arm, the rib,
his shoulder.
And nobody even know he just not playing.
Yeah,
like why Sims ain't playing, man? Sims' finger was messed up. He's sitting on the bench. He can play, but he's not gonna play because that finger messed up. That's what I think. How Tibbs did Obi. How he did Jacob. Something wrong with Jacob why he ain't playing. He's too, I believe, in my opinion, he's too good of a player to be sitting on the bench. He's 6'8". He could grab rebounds. He could shoot the shot. He plays defense. He's not his brother. Something must have been wrong with him, and I think so because all of a sudden now we're seeing Obi. Here we go again. Jacob 2 games in a row. I mean, two times I've seen Jacob. So could have been something like that. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, real talk. No, you dead on. And the reason why we said, like Gerald Sims gave the Knicks what they needed. They don't ask him to score the ball. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at a Tom Thibodeau roster over the years, he always had centers like that. Whether it was Joakim Noah, wasn't a scorer, couldn't even shoot a ball in the lick to save his life. But they get players like that to fill a certain void. You can't have a team where everybody scored a ball. Then who gonna play defense? So you got to be able to have a mixture in your. I like teams like this here, Shop House, where they got either 3 scorers and 2 good defenders, or 3 good defenders and 2 scorers. See, for the Knicks, we have that, like Brunson and Cat and McHale is like the 3 guys that can score. Anunoby and Josh Hart, they not scorers, but they can get buckets. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Their game is not predicated on scoring 30 points. Their game is predicated on
every night.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I always like the teams that had a mixture, because what happened at the end of the year, we got Fournier and all them dudes. We had a team full of everybody needed the ball. RJ needed the ball, Randall needed the ball, Kemba needed the ball, Fournier needed the ball. Only one that didn't need the ball was Mitchell Robinson. And that was the year he had a contract and he got $72 million. You can't have everybody with the ball. And the guys like Gerald Sims and Mitchell Robinson does what a lot of for Tom Thibodeau's system, where I got enough scoring, but I need some defenders out there. And one thing about Gerald Sims, he's a good rebounder. He might not got an offense bag, but what he did for the Knicks without Precious Achiuwa and without Mitchell Robinson, got to be commended, ladies and gentlemen. Got to be commended. Even if his game is not what you want it to be, but he did enough to help the Knicks be 26 or 15. Because he rebounded basketball. He went at a couple of block shots here and there. He got a couple of rim runners, some lobs over the top, but that's all they needed him to do. You know what I mean? So, I think that's what it's all, and I think we're missing that now. I mean, I kind of agree with Nick Hunter in a sense. Like, we could have Gerald Sims over the last 10, 15 games. Because what were we suffering at? Rebounding and a little bit of defense. So by like Nick 100 to say, the guy haven't played in so many minutes, and look, we've been losing. So you know what I mean. So but that's because of Precious Achiuwa came back. But I still think that Tim should have used the Gerald Sims to back up.
Should have used both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, man, he's important, man. But you're only good as the system you play in. He's just not in a system that benefits him. But not saying that he shouldn't be more aggressive, neither, though, Shop Howard. I would like Gerald Sims be more aggressive on the opposite side of the ball. Don't always get a ball up. If you're down in the post, don't throw that ball back out there. Pound that shit down there and give somebody the business. Now they're going to do 2 things. They're either going to block it, or you're going to make the shot, or they're going to foul you. So you got to, So you got to make that attempt to go back up with. But other than that, I hope he started tonight, man, because since he's been a New York Knick, every time a center went down, he was always the starting center on a Knick team every year, because they know that even if he gives somebody a couple of fouls, it ain't the guy that's more better than him from a scoring standpoint, whatever. So I think Tid's been doing that for a while. They're working for him for a while. So, but I would like to see him get some minutes tonight, man. If he's going to play, thank you, Fabian, for letting us know that he is available. So I do think if he's available, Fabian, I do think he start, because that's usually how Tibbs does it. and then Hakkapurdy will back him up or whatever the case may be with. But I do think you see Hakkapurdy tonight being that Towns is down for sure.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's how I got to run. I would like to see him, and I really want to shout that out, Nick 100. That's a fact right there, man. I've been the one thing that I say all the time about Tom Thibodeau and this 10-man rotation and the circle of trust and all this stuff is running a 10-man rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the numbers say that Sims and Precious on the court together, the defense was a higher ratio. I don't know exactly what it was. I seen it. I can't remember it. Whatever, you know what I mean? But I seen it. And if I'm not mistaken, if anybody else seen it, mention it as well. But they played good on the court together. And in order to implement Mitchell Robinson when he get back, you have to already have maybe a 10-man rotation already in the mix. One thing we talked about last night, love to see Precious out there playing basketball and stuff like that as a center, but we would rather have him in the power forward position, because when Mitchell Robinson come back, if Precious is still here, he's not going to be playing center. He's going to be playing the power forward. I mean, so that's one thing that I could say, especially these last couple of games where we needed that rebounding and that defense on drivers trying to penetrate to the hole. He jumps, he stands up there, he plays good defense, he puts his hand up, he do exactly what you want to do. He jumps as high as he can, he puts his hand up. The majority of the time, he don't put his body into you. You know what I mean? So I hope that we can see him tonight. We need to see something off the bench that's going to be fresh. And I mean, he get out here and get 8 rebounds tonight, 4 offensive, 4 defensive. That's going to be a good look for the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way it goes, like I said, if he don't play, ladies and gentlemen, it might be because he's on a trade block. That's the only way. If you don't see Jericho Sims tonight,
that's the bottom line.
If you don't see, even though he's available, if you don't see him play tonight, that means Jericho Sims is getting traded. And Wolf Perry, thank you, Wolf Perry, appreciate that. Oh, he said Paul George playing question. He was a game time decision, Wolf Perry, so I can't say 100%. Unless somebody looking at something on the TV already and they can see that he playing, but from a NBA.com perspective and the end report list I go off of, he was game time decision. But salute to you for coming in. We'll appreciate you, my man. Real talking, good question as well. We'll know in about a few minutes, I'm quite sure. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to go get it tonight, and we win this game and get ready to move on to the next. I think it should be a fun game tonight. I think Knicks go out there, respond real well, and do what they do. Like I said, this team tonight, they decimated, so we're supposed to beat them. But if Maxey and Paul George play tonight, it's a whole different story. Like I said earlier, a whole different story than 2 play. Because them two of their all-stars. You know what I mean? And so that mean they got their 2 all-stars. We be playing with one of our all-stars tonight. You know what I mean? And I think McHale is an all-star caliber player, but he's not considered an all-star for us being on an all-star team. So we got to go out there where we got, but I'm quite sure we got enough to beat them anyway. So let's see how it goes. Should be a fun game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get this thing so we can get ready for Friday night, man. We got Julius Randle and them coming in the building on Friday. So, hopefully we can go out there and beat these guys tonight. And the good thing about that, we have a couple of days off, it's the 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday. And we probably can use that right now. From the way our schedule has been in the last 5, 6, 7 games, we've been playing a lot of games behind each other. One every other night and a back-to-back, and then after that back-to-back one night up, then you got another game. So we really, like I said, out of 29 times this year, we was one game, 1 day off games. We had 29 of them. 3 or 4 days off, we had piloted 2 or 3 or something like that. So, we really got to make sure that we take advantage of these 2 days off. Just get healthy and get some rest and get ready. So when we play Julius Randle on Friday night, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't going to be no back-to-back excuses. Ain't going to be none of that. Yeah, 2 days off to get in there and get busy. So, and I'm glad maybe that makes sense to let Cat play tonight. Now, Cat got 3 days off. You know what I mean? He could let a finger heal or whatever the reason to make it, as long as there's not no structural damage. Hopefully not. But if that's the case, let him rest too. He can rest his legs and everything. We don't need him tonight. We should be able to beat them without Cat tonight. And we got to go out there and get it. So I'm really looking for a game tonight where they just go out there and just smash these dudes, shot powers. I'm looking in the realm of like, I'm gonna go 120, 99. I don't give a shit. Even with Maxey them there, I think our defense kind of play tonight, man. And then it might be a different story. They run up and down because usually with Embiid, they do a lot of posted up, the half court basketball. Let Maxey and Paul George and them. See, that's another thing that I want to see tonight. Run these dudes because that team is a little older. They're not a fast-paced team. So I would like to see us get out there, man. Throw a lot of young jokers in there, Shot Powell, Cole at them, and let them run up and down the court all day long. To wear these boys down a little bit, man, because you just never know, man. You know,
yeah, I think that you know, this is an NBA team. You know what I mean? Not to take nothing away from them, and they just a little depleted. You know what I mean? You give a couple of guys some good shots, and they get hot. You got to worry about them. I don't think that happens tonight. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks get out there and play, team basketball tonight. You know what I mean? Control the pace like we usually do by pushing pace when we need to and slowing the pace down when we want to. We grab our rebounds tonight against this team. This team is decimated with Embiid not being there, being one of their main factors, plus Drummond not being there, grabbing all those rebounds and stuff like that. So we should be able to dominate that spectrum right there. Get to the free throw line. I see a lot of fouling tonight with the Knicks driving to the basket, not depending on the 3-point shot tonight. So we get to the line, we knock down a lot of shots. Shoot over 36% tonight. I think we all should have a bounce back game tonight. Everybody, Josh Hart should be 4 of 7. You know, these guys should have good percentages tonight, over 36%, way over 36%. And I think the assists tonight, as they play as a team, go over 26 assists tonight. So with that being said, I think the Knicks is gonna, and I'm gonna be real easy with the number because I'm gonna have them at 118. But I think if the Knicks come out to play with their defense tonight, I think 118 to 89. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Listen, them NBA ball players down there, all of them good. Like I said, they got a deep roster, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. Daryl Morey assembled a deep roster down there in Philly this summer. They got the same aspirations we had. The only thing different, they came out the gate and Joel Embiid couldn't get it. I mean, because like I said, without Joel Embiid, to me, I think Maxey and Paul George is nice and Oubre them nice, but they ain't the Knicks though. You know what I mean? So I just think it's one of the things tonight where, you know, nobody never, like what we always say, we never sleeping on a team. I don't care if you got the Westchester Knicks playing the Knicks tonight. If the Knicks ain't on their A game tonight, Westchester beat them. Any team. If you ain't on your A game, somebody can beat you. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. We know how talented our team is, how talented they can be, and how good our star five is, but it doesn't mean nothing. It all depends how you play that night, just for that night. It don't even matter the game. It don't matter in Minnesota right now. It's a game on the schedule, but how you play tonight, you know. And like I said, we beat Giannis them, but that didn't mean nothing. You know why? How did you play the night after that? So even though we beat Giannis them, like even the Detroit game is just water under the bridge now. But still, if you don't bring your A game to the fullest, nights like that happen. That's all. And tonight, I wouldn't expect no different. I don't doubt these guys. These guys are talented players. They're in the NBA. No boys allowed for a reason. They are in the NBA for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of guys that got, you know, if you make an NBA roster, that means that you're an NBA player. Not everybody can be an NBA player. You know what I mean? So you don't never want to count a team out because you might think they might got their best stars there. Because to me, like I told you, like with our team, and here's a prime example. And I think John Smith put in, we talked about it earlier, but John Smith just put it in there. Watch how Nick Richards make Phoenix a better team. Because this is what it's all about. It's all about how good what Nick Richards is about to do for the Suns is what we wanted Mitchell Robinson to do for us. Same thing. Same exact thing. Watch how those dudes be with Nick Richards compared to my man Joseph Nurkic in the middle. Joseph Nurkic is like having Cat in the middle on defense. Nick Richards is like having Mitchell Robinson in the middle for defense. You see what I'm saying? That's going to make that team much better because now they got somebody you don't have to put the pressure on KD. And even though KD is an average defender and he do block shots when he can, now you got 2 7-footers there. One of them can stretch the floor while the other rebound. A la Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns. Now KD can go out there like he always do, would be like a Karl Towns being out there, and let Nick Richards go down there and grab the rebounds, get the block shot, take the pressure off of KD and them. But that's the same thing we want to do with Mitchell Robinson. That just have somebody to take the pressure off of Cat, and so it can turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, the season is long. The season is long. Teams might be fobbling now. That don't mean they won't catch fire. And teams who catch a fire now don't mean they won't stumble. You know what I mean? Because nobody can do 82 games of perfection. Nobody. Not in this league. So we have to see. You know what I mean? Right now, we dealing with a little bit of imperfection the way we playing basketball. But once some perfection turn to perfection, then you know how we get down 9 in a row. So I'm excited about it, Shot Power. But it starts tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go out here tonight and don't take these guys for granted and beat these dudes, man. I think I said I make sure I'm on my score right. I think I said 120. I'm just gonna go 120 to 98. That's what 120, 98 where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. Without Towns, I still think McKell and Anunoby get more touches than I think Josh Hart get more touches. That's the dangerous thing about this Knicks team. No matter any one of them do to give you 20 that night with another one, and no matter what the combination may be. And I think we got to do that tonight. I think tonight, Jericho Sims going to get you about 10 rebounds. He normally do. Jericho Sims probably pull down some of Towns' rebounds tonight in the starter lineup. And then we just have Hoka Purdy come in and give us maybe some Pressure Chua or Sims rebounds. You know what I mean? Because he's taking a place. They do that, then we got to distribute the points. We not even get the point from Jericho Sims, Shot Powers, but we can't get the points from them other guys. And maybe Hoka Purdy can get you 9 or 10 off the bench tonight. You never know. So we just got to see how it goes. But I think we definitely got a chance to do it with or without Cat, though.
Yeah, everybody's going to have to chip in tonight. Everybody got to get 2 extra rebounds. Everybody got to get 1 extra assist tonight. Everybody got to get at least a block or a steal tonight. You know what I mean? They all got to chip in tonight. You know what I mean? And I think that, I think they know. You know what I mean? This no cakewalk, and they know they can't go in here half-stepping. And I think the Knicks are really going to – I'm hoping to see that the Knicks come out here and really, really perform tonight. You know what I mean? Really, really execute that under 25 a quarter tonight. And I think they put a real emphasis on what they do tonight about, demanding the defense and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting to see what they do. You know what I mean? Like I said, a win is a win. If they win by 1 point, I'm happy. But I think against this team being so decimated, you know what I mean? Can't take them lightly, but we should be at least win by a substantial amount where we probably can see the third unit. I'm talking about 40. I'm looking for me. I'm looking for Knicks to have 40 point quarters. You know what I mean? I'm thinking the first quarter, they got to be 36 and up, close to 42 points. I think the second quarter, they beat them down and then leave them at like 17 points and score upper echelons of 39 to 42 points. I mean, that's to set the tone tonight. I mean, and that's what I hope that they get out to the defensive style of game that they need to play and aggressive on the offense. I'm looking to see some big shots tonight. I mean, and then the starters sit it down. Then they send them down.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, on a quick note before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, in a few, y'all look on the channel next week, man. We'll have the store up there. Obviously, we have the store up there, man. And as you see, my man Shop House working hard, creating a lot of drip. We getting a lot of drip done elsewhere as well. But y'all can always hop in there and, like I said, get some Knicks Real Talk drip and vary the flavors, man. And we just trying to and get our brand out there and let our fans who appreciate what we do be able to also come in the store and buy something, man, and all that good stuff, man. Every little thing helps build this channel each and every day. But salute to my man Shop House working hard, getting the merch done, and salute to everybody else who support Knicks Real Talk. But y'all look out for that. And like I said, we have our logos and everything out there, our hats and all different type of variables the way we do it. But y'all just look for it, man. And if you can support the show, we appreciate it. Real talk. And earlier today, thank you, my man Corey Lee, for the super chat. Thank you, Brian Acosta, for the super chat. We appreciate y'all, man. But we got to go get it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Together, we supposed to be these guys. Ain't no excuse. You couldn't. If the Knicks wouldn't lose the game, then I'd be so disappointed. I don't know what to tell you, Shop House. So, I really be disappointed they lose that game tonight. But I think they come play tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think they come play tonight, and I think they go out there and win the game, and then get ready for Friday. Like I said, they got a couple of days off, which is going to be important. To be able to get some ice packs and everything you may need at the long, rigorous game and everything like that, man. But they got a couple of days. That's a good thing, man. So, we hope they win tonight and everything like that. But I'm looking forward for a good game. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I got to New York Knicks 120-98. I think our guys respond, and I hope they can see these guys. I would love to see them get a good cushion in the game if they can. And that don't mean they're going to do this, but I would love to see them other young guys get in there tonight. But I definitely want to see how could Purdy, because I think the Knicks is high on that guy. He got to learn the NBA and learn how to get his defense principles down with playing with Tiz. But his offense bag going to look like it's going to be okay to me. So let's see if he put on display tonight, man. Because every time you play, you get a little bit more comfortable. You get more comfortable with the way you play basketball, and they might be that for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how it goes, and let's hope they get it done. Fabian said, "He hasn't changed tonight. He's gonna be." Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. You ain't lying about that. And I know we made Paul George night tough. I agree with you on that one, Fabe. Let's hope that's what it is, man. He go out there and lock that boy up tonight, man. And we get it popping, man. Real talk. But listen, man, we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, man. And we'll see y'all tomorrow on the recap, man. And like I said, and after that, we got a couple of days off. And then we got Friday Night Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, on MSG. It was Friday Night Knicks on KRT. Knicks Real Talk. We got Minnesota Timberwolves coming back to Madison Square Garden with Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. We'll talk a little bit about that the next day, man, or tomorrow on a recap. And we talk about whatever else going on in the Knicks world, man. But, I think to talk about what's going on in the game, what's going on after the game, and anything in between, we can get that in, we will. But it's always a pleasure hanging out with y'all guys in the chat and everything like that, man. Chop Powell, how about your boy, man? We get about here and get ready to get it popping.
Salute to the family in the chat. Thank you guys for coming in. We'll be on tomorrow with the post game, 8 o'clock. You know how we get down. You know what I mean? And Divine, always my brother. You already know what it is, man. Let's get this win tonight. Let's play some fantastic defense tonight. Let's run them up on these guys. I think I said 117-89. Let's get it.
Chop Powell talking about Rikers. He talking about Rikers in Philly tonight, y'all. What's up?
Yeah. I really want to see tonight OG and Mikal really shut down these wings. Whoever they got out there, they shut them down. I think we can keep these guys to under 21 points a quarter. And I mean, this way I get closer to that 89 points that I think that the Knicks can beat them by.
Well, let's get it, then. Real talk, man. Listen, Fabian got 113, 108. Good one there, man. That's a good score right there. That means that it's going to be a tight game. I'm hoping Knicks can kind of put their defense on these guys, man, and all that good stuff, man. And let's get it, man. Let's listen, man. Some good games in the association tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all pay attention to the NBA period tonight. There's a lot of teams we would love to see lose tonight. So we win, we pick up ground on them, and and that way if we lose, they lose too. That we didn't lose no ground. So that's what.
It looked like Maxey playing tonight.
Yeah, Bridges on Maxey. Yeah, if he playing, that's the
Maxey playing tonight.
I'm glad you put that on there, Fabian. I'm wondering if they should start giving Josh Hart real quick them tough assignments to save Mikal's energy, because his score is more occlusive to what we do than Josh Hart. I think they should let Josh Hart run out some of these best players, because he's an energetic guy, and save my man Mikal's legs every game so he can go out there and knock that ball down. That's just me, you know what I mean? But it's all good. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all enjoy the game. We see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all have a good night. Peace, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Shaw, holla at you, my brother.
You're ready.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, where there's bottles, he's Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Nick shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, so here's what's on tap. But God knows talking five. And report, keep my boo in the chat. Interacting with your man them. It's a brand in front of the camera, there's a picture. Catch the snap back to fit the cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, we fit the description. It's the OG, Ola and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk.